What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fan, 49er gang? This is your boy Niner Gang Podcast back in the building. So definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on all the post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, let's get right on into it, man. This is it. Thank you to Throwback and for my moms for being in very, very early. Appreciate y'all. But this is it, man. This is a very, very big game that we have tomorrow night against the Chicago Bears. Definitely going to be watching with a lot of anticipation, a lot of hope, and hoping and praying, man, once again, that we can just pull off this dub. Now, I know y'all see what I got on. Shout out to my brother, you know what I'm saying, my brother-in-law, Jimmy. He got me this. He had this made for me. He likes to wear shirts like this, so I told him I'd wear it. Jimmy, that's for you, my guy. Appreciate you, hermano. He also has it. Hey, what's it? Yeah, man. Hey, Full Force was a group now, TD. Full Force was a serious group. You know what I'm saying? Back in my heyday, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Rick? When see now you see TD, this is why I love you, dog. This is why I love you, man. You just told me about Full Force. So you know what that made me think of? As an analogy for this game is almost like Kid and Play. You know where I'm going with this. See, when we get on the field with the Bears, we're going to smell something. You smell something, TD? I smell. I ain't going to say it. But you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? That's us. We got to smell that. We got to hunt it, and we got to destroy it. So this game versus the Bears is definitely one of the best ones. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it. Please say it in the chat, TD. I am not mad at you, bro. Everybody in here old enough to know House Party, okay? If you don't know about Full Force, it's one of the greatest bands ever to live. They sang some of the most beautiful ballads, and they created some of the greatest music that you have ever heard of. Y'all don't know. See, me and TD, we need to get together on the side, and we need to put together music shows and stuff like that. Because believe me, we going in. We still got to do the Diddy documentary thing. TD, get at me whenever you want to do that, so we can talk about that and kind of delve a little deeper into it. But either way, when it comes to Full Force, basically what you saw was them create the Backstreet Boys. They created NSYNC. They started Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera. A lot of the pop music that you hear, comes from Full Force. I'm just being honest with you. You don't believe me? Go take a look at the credits. Go see who started and take a look at some of these interviews. These people will tell you Full Force is behind a lot of music that you loved in the 2000s, that you loved in the 90s, that you love today. Full Force is definitely well worth a listen as far as the music and every penny. Plus, beautiful voices. Oh my gosh. If you want some soul, Full Force. But that's good. That once again, that's great because we have to take Full Force to the Bears at home. Now, one thing I do want to touch on really quick is there's been reports from Mike Garafolo, from Adam Schefter, more recently, stating that Fred Warner is ahead of schedule and he could be back for the NFC Championship game. I've been saying this forever. I've been told you this. So Schefter, Garafolo, get up out of here. Okay, I said this way before. Fred Warner has too much of a love for the game. There's too much of a drive in his body and in his bones and flowing through his veins for him to not want to play, at least in the NFC Championship game. I'd say personally, for me, I'd love to have him in the NFC Championship game. But what I can tell you is I'd rather probably have him in the Super Bowl because that gives him just a little bit more time. If I put him in the NFC Championship game, Fred is getting rotated. You heard me correct. Fred's getting rotated. I am not putting Fred out there the whole game. You know why? Because I still need that ankle to fully heal properly. And I've got to be able to, give him a little bit. Fred, if he gets an NFC championship game, probably about 50, 60%, maybe, possibly 70. But I would say Super Bowl, that's at like an 80, 90% Fred, and I ain't got to rotate him. I can just let him get in there and go. You know what I'm saying? It would be hard to make it to the Super Bowl without Fred, without Mick, without all of the guys that we have. But right now, we are trucking along, people. We are moving along, and we are beating the brakes off of teams. We just beat the brakes off of the Colts on Monday night. You know what I'm saying? We are currently on a 5-game winning streak and can't be stopped. You know what I'm saying? You know, can't like it's ridiculous. Oh, okay, Rick. All right. I know. Okay, if you got the musical chops in there and the information, definitely, yes, sir, yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, it's this. I myself have not I've always looked at the Bears and seen their progression. The Bears are balling, y'all. The Bears are balling. Let me tell you something right now. This is literally how the Bears have gone. And this is since the Bengals game. I'll give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They went on a 5-game winning streak and then took an L to the Packers. And they are back on a 2-game winning streak. They beat the brakes off of the Browns, and they got the Packers the second go around because the Packers got them in the first go around in Green Bay, and they won at Soldier Field. So you know what I'm saying? We on a 5-game winning streak. They on a 2-game losing streak, 2-game winning streak. We are definitely looking to get into the playoffs and to capture that number 1 seed. Destiny is in our hands. You remember that song when you was little, you was a kid? You got the whole world in his hands. We have our destiny literally in the palm of our hands. And we can take it. I do believe we can, man. I know who I am, and I know how critical of Kyle Shanahan I've been, and I still am to an extent. But this is what I wanted to see from Kyle all those other years that we were injured. I needed to see this from him in those times to have faith that this coach could coach us through good and bad times. And it took until now, this year, for him to be able to do that. And now we look like playoff contenders. Now, yes, mind you, our schedule has not been necessarily the hardest, but at the same time, I will consistently say this and keep this in my back pocket. We don't make the schedule. The NFL does. And if the NFL saw it fit to deem us worthy to be able to play a bunch of shit-ass teams, to be able to, for this season, then it is what it is. I don't knock people for winning, you know what I'm saying, when they have to play whoever they have to play. You've got to play an NFL team. These are players that have been deemed worthy enough to be there. So you just got to play who's on your schedule. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't want to hear anything of that. Oh, Bears fan, hey, good luck, man. Good luck. I appreciate you stopping in, brother. Believe me, man, we got some good things to talk about. Show just started. Hang with us, man. Hang with us, because I got to get the Bears their flowers too. So the one thing that I will state is I have seen the good, the bad, and the ugly from Kyle Shanahan. And this is the moment where the ugly has turned into good. And I'm very appreciative of that. Like I said, this is all I wanted for him. I don't want people to continually think that I'm the person that says, just get rid of him. He's worthless. The number one thing that I'm looking for Kyle Shanahan is for him to be great and continue to focus on actually getting to the Super Bowl and finishing the job. I just don't want him to have that Marv Levy tag on his ledger, man. It sucks as a head coach when you walk around and you've done some amazing things. You've got a fantastic record. You've got head coach of the year and all that other stuff. You've helped players get MVPs. Like I said about Kyle Shanahan before, I mean, damn near everybody on this staff is going to get a job somewhere else. And it's going to be a promotion. Pay close attention. I'm telling you right now, it will be a promotion. Kyle gives jobs and he gets you a job elsewhere. That's just how it works. You don't believe me? There have been 3 head coaches spawned from the Kyle Shanahan coaching tree. DeMeco Ryans is still one. Mike McDaniels is still one. Our current defensive coordinator was one. He just went to a trash organization, so he ain't had no hope from the start. But it is what it is. So you can't. Okay, bro. Would you never text me about a show? You never said nothing. Okay. If you want to jump in the show, then wake yourself up. Like they say, wipe the crust out your eyes and get on, fool. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You got to be awake, sir. But what I'm saying is, for me, it's a situation of I don't want Kyle Shanahan walking around being that coach that can't get the job done. I don't want that as a tag on him, bro. That is the worst thing in the world, to walk around with the tag of, hey, man, Kyle Shanahan is a fantastic coordinator. Oh, my gosh, have you seen what this guy does? He does this, he does that, all this other stuff. But you don't want the but at the end of your name. It's like running track and saying, hey, I want to be, the next Usain Bolt, but you can't never get that fast. You never got below sub 10 seconds. You don't want to be the next Usain Bolt. You want to be close to him, but you don't want to be him, because there's no way you're going to get there unless you train properly, unless you do the things that you need to do, and you do it without PEDs. And it's just, it ain't been touched. And I can tell you right now, sidebar, Shane Thompson, that guy is the truth. And I'm telling you right now, Noah Lyles, your time's up, brother. Anyway, but I don't like Lyles because he wears freaking nail polish and shit, and it's just weird, bro. It's just my own thing. But when it comes to Kyle, I want him to get that elusive Super Bowl championship so that he can be able to, put that on his ledger and say, hey, look, I did it. I got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm that dude. Because at the end of the day, if you do that and you don't, win the Super Bowl, you go out there, you have a great season, all of that stuff. The only thing they're going to remember is that you couldn't get the job done. That's just the truth of it, people. And don't try to run from it or move the goalposts, because I can tell you right now, I can think of 1,000 players that are fantastic, that were great when they played. I love Patrick Willis. I am so happy he made it into the Hall of Fame, and he only had an 8-year career. But in that 8 years, he was a destructive monster while he was on the field. And he played in the era where you could take somebody's head off and they didn't throw a flag for it. But one thing that people will constantly remember is he got to the Super Bowl and they didn't get the job done. Now, was that all on Patrick Willis? Of course not. He's a defensive player. But at the same time, it's rough, man. It's hard when you don't have that, but you've got a bunch of other accolades. Give you the perfect example. Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is definitely going to break that sack record this year. It's gone. It is what it is. It's going to happen. But would Myles Garrett rather have the sack record or a winning record and be going to the playoffs to compete for a Super Bowl? I would think it would be the latter. Just going to throw that out there. So when it comes down to it, I just don't want that to be the look around Kyle, because Sean McVay's done it. Nick Sirianni has done it. Andy Reid's done it. And they keep putting him in that class with those head coaches. But the one thing that they have that he don't is the Super Bowl ring. You can put an asterisk next to Sean McVay Super Bowl because they won it in the COVID year. I could care less. The man got the job done. Simple as that. You can't cherry pick and choose what you think is good, bad, and indifferent when it comes down to it. But the other thing that I would say is, as far as this game goes, when you take a look at it and you're just looking at it from a standpoint of player versus player, this is going to be the situation, because let me pull up their injury report too. Jesus, can't spell this morning. Sorry, guys. Should have that pulled up already for you. Let's see. What's the most recent one? Because I like to have stuff that's pretty recent. Let's go. You know what? Let's go Fox Sports. Let's go Fox Sports. All right, Fox Sports. Let's do it. I'll even share the screen so you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at. All right, so it's obviously where the game's going to be played. 49ers injury. Renardo Green out. Curtis Rourke out. Pearsall questionable. Kittle questionable. Sam Okwuonu is good to go. Christian McCaffrey good to go. Gross Matos, I don't even know why we waste our time. Tatum Bethune, he's good to go. Trent Williams is good to go. So for the Bears, Romo Dunze is out. That's a good thing for us. That makes life just that much easier because Romo Dunze is a very solid receiver. Nick McLeod is out. Josh Blackwell is questionable. Nason Wright questionable. Luke Newman questionable. Gardner Johnson questionable. TJ Evers questionable. This dude's name is Amen. Wow. Okay. Amen or Amen, however he does it. Linebacker, he was good to go. Travis Homer, good to go. Duvernay, good to go. Dahlman, good to go. Byard, Luther Burden III, Joe Tooney, DeMarc Jackson. Jesus Christ, this is insane. Y'all had a lot, though. We had injuries. You got a laundry list of dudes here. But, I mean, a good chunk of these dudes are going to go. And anybody who's questionable typically will play. For the most part, that's usually how that will work. Let's see. So we're basically the last 5 times we played the Bears, we are 3-2 according to what this says. And we put up 105 points while they only put up 82. So that's definitely good for us. You know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at that. That is a beautiful thing. But coming to the stage is my normal co-host who I did not text. I'm wrong for that. But he woke up and saw that I was here. He decided to jump on with me. My boy B-Dubs is in the building. What's going on, B-Dubs?
What's going on, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear, man. Yeah.
I don't know why I can't add my channel for some reason now.
I don't know.
That's fucking weird.
It's probably StreamYard being StreamYard. That happens every now and then. But I was just talking about the injuries for the game. And the only thing that we have good for us for the Bears is Roma Dunze isn't playing, and he's a pretty solid receiver. So that's a good thing for us. He is considered out. But we do have for us, we got a possibility of Ricky Pearsall playing and George Kittle. I do think Kittle plays. I think they'll probably rotate him a little bit just so that ankle doesn't get bothered too much. Probably rotate him with Tonjes. But I do believe that'll be one guy that'll play. What do you think about Ricky Pearsall playing? Do you think he actually gets in or no?
I think he could play, but I'd rather have him sit this one out and have him ready for Week 18 versus Seahawks.
Okay.
If we go for that 1 seed next week. So
okay, that makes total sense. So the other thing, and I said this in the chat, I don't know if you looked in the chat this morning. As you can see, you've got Adam Schefter and Mike Garafolo reporting that Fred Warner's possibly going to be back for the NFC Championship game. Who's been saying this?
You did.
How long have I been saying this?
I'd say about a month, I would say, right?
So it just kills me that people will put up a post because these people have names and we say stuff like this. Fans predict shit all the time, people. Okay? And let me explain something to you. Though we may be small market content creators, and when I say small market, it's because we're not in the hundreds of thousands and the millions and things of that. When you're under 100K, I consider you more of a small market content creator. Why? Because 100K is like you've got lots of people. Usually your streams are going to be in the thousands. So when your streams are only in the hundreds, you know what I'm saying, you're working. I ain't saying that what you're doing isn't great. What you're doing is fantastic. It's just there's levels, and we all understand that. In life, there's levels. But at the end of the day, we say stuff and don't think these sports people and these analysts don't catch it. Don't think they don't scroll past, look at a short, and be like, that could be a good little story. I guarantee you they do. I guarantee you they do. I guarantee you every now and then they probably scroll past me. They've scrolled past Forever Faithful Podcast. They've scrolled past The Hive. They've scrolled past Nothing But Niners, the Wayne Breezy Show. You know what I'm saying? Terror Dome. Like they scrolled past Mariah. They've scrolled past a lot of these shows. And I can guarantee you that they have looked at it and said, you know what? That's a good take. So I've been saying that for months, for at least a month, telling everybody that Fred's going to come back just because of the drive and the competitive nature of who he is. So it doesn't make sense to me. Like everybody jumps on it and is like, oh, now we're going to talk about it. Well, it's been talked about. This is a foregone conclusion. You just can't have a player like Fred Warner who has that much love for the game and has that much of a competitive drive inside of him and think that dude ain't gonna try to come back now that he sees what we have going. Now, mind you, if we weren't in the playoffs and we didn't have anything going for ourselves, season was lost, he ain't coming back for what? Why? That's a waste. We don't need him to come back so we can lose. That's stupid. Let him heal up properly. It's fine. Now, I do want to ask you just a little sidebar. Oh, yeah. So we got some Bears fans in here, by the way. And this guy, Crooked Commish, what's going on to you, bro? Glad you jumped in the stream, baby. And we will die once again. Look, we'll give flowers where they're due because you guys
for sure.
Flowers. Guaranteed. Sure. And you are right. Kittle is a bear killer. So you can hope he ain't gonna play, but Kittle will get out there on one leg if you let him. That's how much Kittle loves football. So let's talk about the head coaches. So you got first-year head coach Ben Johnson. He comes out. He's got the Bears rolling, man. They doing their thing. The Bears are currently 11-4, and the Niners also are 11-4. And nobody anticipated either one of these teams to be in this spot at this moment in the year. These are facts, people. Nobody anticipated the Bears or the Niners to be there. The Niners had a billion injuries left and right. The Bears were basically starting from scratch with the new head coach, and they didn't know if Caleb Williams was really going to be his guy or if this was going to be one of those new head coach come in. I don't like the guy that's currently in place. I got to go get another dude. Like, there's a lot that goes into this. But for the most part, hey, 11-4 for your first season as a head coach? Look, man, Ben Johnson, do your thing, brother. Do your thing, do your thing. And for me, I myself, because, of my disdain for, Kyle Shanahan at times, everybody kept telling me, who you going to replace him with? Who you going to replace him with? I threw out Ben Johnson's name. Everybody called me stupid and dumb. And you don't know nothing. You don't know football. What you got to say now? I'm just throwing this out there, people. The man took the team from nothing and turned them into an 11-4 squad that's possibly fighting for the number one seed that damn self. What are we talking about, people? Stop trying to play me like I'm stupid. I'm very freaking intelligent. And y'all gonna give me my damn flowers and stop acting like y'all don't, like my takes are radicalized and I just don't know what I'm talking about. Look at what the man did. 11-4 is nothing to scoff at in your first year. I believe Kyle Shanahan went 6-10 in his. Exactly. So, that's cool, man. I didn't. Okay, you got all right. I would definitely follow you. Crooked Commission, get at me, man. We could do something. We could definitely do something, man. You got to come off your mute, or your mic is not working again because you sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. I know, man. Look, y'all. Y'all see the Patreon down there. We got to get B-Dubs a new mic.
Yeah, we got to get a new mic. This just pissing me.
There you go. Now you're good.
Commission, you might as well just come on right now.
Now listen to me. Listen to me, Crooked Commission. Okay. I have a best friend. I have one of my awesome friends, my brother Josh. He is a diehard Bears fan. He's Chicago everything, though, but not the Cubs. It's the Sox. And he's in a house divided because the house literally is divided between the Cubs and the Sox when it comes to baseball. Like literally that house is a war if those two teams are playing. Like you don't want to be there. But yes, no, here's the thing. Ben Johnson deserves a nod as coach of the year too. Kyle deserved it because he took this team with everybody and their mother injured. You got shit. I'm surprised me and B-Dubs ain't on the damn field right now. Shit. As bad as we've been injured, but Kyle's done the same thing. You got Ben over here doing a fantastic job. You've got Vrabel doing a fantastic job with the Patriots. You've got the dude, what's it, McDonald up there in Seattle. He's doing a great job. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things come into play. But at the end of the day, we'll see what happens as far as like who coach of the year. But Kyle Shanahan right now is balling. He's doing a great job, man. I'm not, that's how it works. Oh, okay. You with the Clubhouse Network Fantasy Show Tuesday, Bears Talk Tuesday. Yeah, bro. Yeah. You know what, man? We could definitely do a post game show. You know what I'm saying? Just holler at me.
Let's do a post game.
Yeah. Just holler at me, man. Just get at me. I will give you here. Let me put this quick.
You hit up the.
Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Yeah, just hit me up on I put it in there. Hit me up on Twitter, bro, and we'll get something rolling. Definitely so. But for this game, you got Kyle doing as best as he can in the beginning. I think you're still tripping out again. Yeah, your mic's messing. I don't know. But we got Kyle, coming in. There we go. Running hot off of everything else. And we, like I said, we're running on that 5-game win streak. Bears on a 2-game win streak. Stylistically, when you take a look at it, the systems are somewhat similar, but a little bit different because Ben Johnson runs a little bit different of a West Coast offense than Kyle does. Kyle has a lot more screens and schemes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, win or lose, definitely come through. Your mic's muted. Go ahead. I can't hear you. Keep working on it. But that's basically what it is. Let me see. Quickly come in. Who's your D coordinator? I gotta find that out.
Hello.
There we
hear
go.
me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
All right, perfect.
That's a lot better. Dennis Allen.
All
Okay,
right.
There we go. Dennis Allen.
All right,
Hey.
so we can hear. Okay, perfect.
Let me see here. Give me 1 second.
I'm just gonna plug this guy. Man.
All right, cool.
Need a new mic for sure, bro.
Okay. Yeah, definitely so. So there isn't really much on Kyle Shanahan versus Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen, to me, I think if I'm not mistaken, his scheme is kind of similar to a Brian Flores or even dude out in Cleveland. What was the DC's name in Cleveland? What was his name, B-Dubs? I can't remember.
Fancy?
No. That's the head coach. The DC is it's not Dennis Allen. It's it escapes me, but I know they run similar types of schemes.
Similar.
It's a very similar type of scheme as far as that goes. And we know that Kyle doesn't necessarily always do the best versus that when it comes down to it. And he's got that. Dennis Allen's got that defense playing at a high level because this is Ben Johnson versus Robert Saleh. This is Kyle Shanahan versus Dennis Allen. You can't put the two head coaches against each other because they're not coaching against each other. They're coaching against each other's defensive coordinators. So it's always going to be that way. For me, I look at it like this. Kyle Shanahan is great when he gets into his bag and he can scheme things up and do things the right way. We're great when we're able to actually run the ball, which we were able to do last week against a very tough run defense. You know what I'm saying? CMC had himself a game. He actually went over 100 yards, which he has not done a lot this season as far as from the rushing standpoint. He's been over 100 scrimmage yards pretty much almost every game, I would say, for the most part. But as far as strictly just running the rock, he has not been over that. And speaking of running the rock, we're going to do a little sidebar here. I got some damn questions. Please be there to tell me you know what the hell happened to Isaac Guerendo. What happened to this dude?
You know what Kyle likes to do to his running backs?
See, these are things that I tell people, and nobody likes to hear it. Everybody thinks I'm just complaining all the time, and everybody gets mad. But what do we do with the running backs we draft? What do we do with them, B-Dubs? Nothing.
Ship them off. If anything.
All disappear. And it's amazing to me. We start the season with Christian McCaffrey, Isaac Guerrero, and pretty much nobody after those two. Then we draft Jordan James. Jordan James spends pretty much the whole year on and off injured every damn day. Then we go out and get Brian Robinson. So that bumps Guerrero down another notch. So it relegates him to special teams. Then we go and get Sky Moore. We ain't seen Isaac Guerrero since. And now you relegate the dude just to nothing? Why waste the draft pick? 49ers, listen to me. Stop. Please stop drafting running backs. It is the stupid, and it's the stupidest, the dumbest thing that you do because they don't last. They never do anything. You can't name a running back that we actually drafted that has done anything in this league. And please don't give me Elijah Mitchell because Elijah Mitchell could barely stay healthy to save his life. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'll get you. Yeah, I can get you. I'll B-Dubs. Get him some info on TikTok and everything. My boy B-Dubs will hit you on TikTok. He'll probably be hanging out with me and him because we usually do shows together. But he can get you the TikTok info real quick. He got you on that.
Yeah.
What do you say? We have issues getting pressure with just our front four. If this game is close at the end, watch out. CW has ice. Yeah. Caleb got ice in his veins. So does Brock the Glock Purdy, buddy. Brock definitely got ice in his veins. But yeah, look, we're literally running the same type of situation, and we have the same issue you have. We can't get to the quarterback either. We literally have the lowest amount of sacks in the league. I believe we have 16 in total for the year. So if you're talking about that, then anything, you know what I'm saying, it's cool. And then here, hold on 1 second. All right. I gave you my email too, bro. So just go ahead and hit me up if need be. But
Yeah, here's our TikTok right here. I just sent it. Right.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so here's the thing. When it comes down to this, you're looking at why our running backs don't work out. And it's very frustrating because we keep spending pick after pick on backs that we don't use or they just wind up leaving. Ty Davis Price gone. Trey Sermon gone. Glenn Coffey didn't even want to play football, and they still drafted him. He wound up leaving as he left on his team, if I'm not mistaken. Like, there's just a laundry list of backs that we draft that don't do anything. And then there's a laundry list of undrafted free agent running backs that seem to become superstars in
Right.
our system. So
What's
it
up,
is what it is. But what I'll say, yeah, thank you. So what else? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I figured out a way to basically stream on my page as well. I'm just sharing the damn screen, so you won't be able to see the comments, D, but they're
it's
there.
All good, bro. It's all good. So for me, when it comes down to it, what I'm looking at the head coaching matchup, of course, you have Kyle Shanahan, who has the experience. He's been in championship games, Super Bowl, so on and so forth. And you got Ben Johnson, who's a little brand new, but he was coaching. He was the OC for the Lions for several years and did a fantastic job with them. And then, unfortunately, on Christmas Day, sorry to all you Lion fans, you got eliminated. The Vikings came in and skull clapped that ass and sent you home.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel bad because you got to love Ragnow. You got to love that dude as a head coach, man. He's just something about him that just makes you like him. But I mean, look, man, you got to start getting the job done. And I can tell you right now, man, I know some Lions fans that are getting a little restless, you know, with the whole golf and Ragnow and everything like that. You know, everybody wants to win and everybody wants to be able to do it, but you know, to make the playoffs and then not make the playoffs, that's not gonna work. You know, right. I know it was rough for them at the beginning of the year because they were trying to wait on Aiden Hudson to get back in and all that stuff. But I can say this, man, you know, the playoff picture is definitely a little bit different. But let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about something here. Caleb Williams, Brock Purdy. Of course, Brock has the experience. He's got the time. He's been to a Super Bowl. He's been to an NFC Championship game. If we're talking quarterbacks, just your quarterbacks, who would you take? Would you take Caleb Williams or would you take Brock Purdy?
I think honestly, and this is not, I'm not being a homer. I promise I'm not being a homer. But I think I'm going to take Brock Purdy over Caleb.
Okay.
What about you, D?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Look, Caleb right now, let's just look at his numbers real fast. Caleb right now is at an even 3,400 yards on the season passing. He averages about 226 a game. He got 23 TDs, 6 interceptions, but he's been sacked 23 times. So that tells me that every time he throw a touchdown, he gonna get sacked. It just seems like one goes with the other. You know what I'm saying? To go hand in hand. Shout out to DJ Quick. But it's definitely a little bit different. For me personally, I would take Brock Purdy only because of the sheer experience and what he's done in the league. Plus, I don't like my quarterbacks painting their nails and wearing pink and saying the Bears in a very light and soft voice. That's just me. So if Brock Purdy came in and his nails were painted pink and he was like 49ers, no, not even as a joke. It's not funny. No, I'm good. Now, I don't know if you saw that he came in and his nails were painted pink. He had a little pink. I don't know what the hell that was. These kids today, they wear weird shit.
Hey.
Got wearing purses and shit. I don't know. I don't mess with none of this stuff.
TD said Caleb doesn't trust the reads yet, 57%.
Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Okay, yeah. Appreciate you, bro. I'll definitely get a look at the email. We'll take a look at it. We'll see exactly what it is. He said nails color has nothing to do with what he I know, man. I just had to poke fun at your quarterback, bro. It's just that's true.
Nail colors have nothing to do about winning.
Hey, bro, you look, Noah Lyles paints his nails and he's out there sometimes winning, track meets. So it's true. Nail color don't stop nothing, but I just had to take a shout out. I'm an old school dude, man. I'm different. I don't do it today's times and what they do. They do different things that are not of my ilk. I'm not cut from that kind of cloth. But I get it, once you get through. So when it comes to the quarterbacks, I think it's better that we go with Brock Purdy. Brock has the experience. He's got the time. He's got the knowledge, know-how. He's got it between the ears. And Caleb is young. He's up and coming. He's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Consistent, been able to stay healthy. You got to love that. And one thing that I will say is our front four has to get there and finish. Caleb Williams is going to remind you of Cam Ward when we played the Titans. He's slippery. And what I mean by that is you can't just hit Caleb Williams and think he's going down. No, you have to wrap this dude up, tackle him, make sure he's not running away. I don't care if you got to hold on to an ankle for dear life. You must wrap him up. Caleb Williams, I've seen him squeeze out of, I don't know how many should be sacks to get out of it, and whether he gets to throw the ball away, he runs for a few yards, whatever the case may be. Caleb Williams is a very slippery quarterback, and he is going to be hard to defend against for our defense. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Intentional grounding calls. Okay.
And then also said Bears have the 14th passing offensive touchdowns, and we are 5th.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Just putting that out there. You know what I'm saying?
That's a stat. Now, here's the thing. In past years, the 49ers, because we're going to move to the running backs, past years, the 49ers have always ran a two-back system. We've always had one guy and then another guy. But since CMC has been here, that's all but disappeared. Chris don't want to come off the field. Coaches don't know how to tell him no, and he seems to run the show whenever he wants to come out or go in, which, once again, to me is BS. If y'all are coaches, y'all can look at him and tell him, sit the hell down. Don't go in on this play. You need to rest. But it is what it is. So Christian has been on a tear this season. We have been utilizing Christian McCaffrey just ridiculously crazy. CMC right
He
now.
about, he about to have 1,000 a year, man.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey right now has 280 carries, 1,039 yards rushing, 9 rushing touchdowns. That's insane. And then Christian McCaffrey is also our leading receiver. The man has 92. He is 8 catches away from 100 catches in the season. Could you imagine a man with 1,000 season who has 100 catches and over 200, almost 300 rushes? That is insane work. That's crazy.
What does he need? How much more does he need? About 140?
For the receiving? Right now, no. Yeah, he is, let's see, what is that, 10? So he's 111 yards away from 1,000 yards.
111.
And in 2 games, he could do that. And he also has, by the way, guys, he has 7 TDs receiving.
Mm-hmm.
This is insane. No, Christian is not an MVP candidate. Crooked commission, don't do that. We all know MVP is going to a damn quarterback for no damn reason, which is completely stupid, ignorant, and it pisses me off every single day of my life that they will not give the MVP to somebody else because there are lots of people that mean a hell of a lot more to their team than just a damn quarterback. I'm just saying, but that's just me. That's my little rant for the day. But when it comes down to it, the Bears have a fantastic 2-back system, and it is run with some really, really stout dudes, okay? And those 2 guys are DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai. Both of these dudes are already over 700 yards for the year. Each one of them is over 700 yards rushing for the year. That is a beautiful thing when you have 2 backs that can get you that kind of yardage on the ground because it takes a lot of pressure off of Caleb Williams. DeAndre Swift is only 7 yards away from getting to 1,000. He will definitely get that against us. Our run defense is not necessarily the best, although the past couple of games has been a lot better than it has been. Our run defense still, once again, is not one of the best in the league, and I do believe the 7 yards is extremely feasible. So if you got any bets or anything like that going out there for him to hit that 1,000-yard mark, just go ahead, put it in. Put in whatever you want to put in to get whatever you're going to get because it definitely will happen in this game. The other thing is Monangai, he has 731 yards. And together combined, they have 12 rushing touchdowns. Caleb Williams has 3 rushing touchdowns. So you see this duo, they go out there, they do work, man. So when it comes to the running backs, what I'm going to say is because they have 2 and they can double up, I got to give the running back edge to the Bears because they have 2 dudes who can do it. And that's just me. But what do you think, B-Dub? Who do you give the running back edge to? I'm sticking with the Bears just because they got 2 different dudes, and they both of these dudes are doing some amazing work.
Yeah, I'll give it to the Bears as well. Because I mean, technically, you see, I mean, we starting to use running backs as well, but it's mostly CMC. But I'd give it to the Bears as well because, yeah, dude, I saw a couple games. They've been going off with their run game.
Mm-hmm.
I think our defense has a challenge up in front of them for sure to stop them. But I think they could do it, just like they did with.
Yep,
We'll see.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Because Dolman, Jackson, and Tooney. Yeah. Hey, look, man. I will say this because we're going to talk about the receivers next. I will say this: the number one thing that I wanted for us to do, and even B-Dubs, we wanted our offensive line addressed. It didn't get addressed. And yes, we're winning games. And yeah, they look all right, but they still got some things we can clean up and some places we could get better. To solidify some spots and to do some things.
You know, I'm going to have to do this on the show because I've been shitting on them all fucking season. Last week, I have to say it was their best fucking game yet. The time that Brock Purdy had back there was crazy. I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah, Brock was back there with at least about 4 seconds every play, if not more. So
Mhm.
they definitely did their job. They did a really good thing. You know what I'm saying? But when Ben Johnson came in, the first thing he did was do exactly what I wish Kyle would have done. He fixed the O-line
Yeah.
immediately. He went out there and was like, look, I need you, I need you, I need you. Come on in. We're gonna put y'all together. Y'all gonna gel throughout the season. This is going to work. It has to. There is no choice.
Mhm.
So
For sure, Bebop.
we keep doing what we're doing with a bunch of ragtag people, but it is what it is. And it kind of works. But I'll say this. When it comes to receiving, I have to give the edge to the Bears because they actually have receivers. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit more going on with them. So right now, currently, we're not going to count Odunze because he's not playing. But they do have two dudes there. You got DJ Moore. He's got 78. He's got 48 catches, 664 yards. He got 6 touchdowns on the year. He's averaging 13.8 yards a catch. You got Colston Loveland, their young rookie tight end. He's been balling. 42 catches, 528 yards, 4 TDs. So they're doing some things. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Still got Cole Kmet there. They could run a couple of 2 tight end sets with him and Colston Loveland. That would definitely be there. And then they got look the name I actually love to say, man, Olamide Zacchaeus. I like that name. It's crazy as all hell, but it's a dope name. He's definitely there.
Olave Kasugas.
Yeah, yeah. I guarantee you people have obliterated his name throughout his life.
Oh, I believe
Poor
it.
kid, but he's got 39 catches, 313 yards, 2 TDs himself. Now, what I will do is we're gonna flip to the Niners and let's see what we got because I gave that edge to the Bears prematurely. The numbers don't look so fantastic. I got to be a little more mindful, so I got to take a look at our receiving guys. So we're not going to talk about Christian as a receiver because though he is, leading the team, we want to focus on actual pass catchers and guys that will be playing in these games. So the guys that will be playing are George Kittle. We have Jawan Jennings. We have Kendrick Bourne. Ricky Pearsall might play, but we'll see if he does or doesn't. Pearsall is going to be a game time decision. I do believe him and Kittle will be game time decisions, but I do believe that at a bare minimum, Kittle definitely plays. Pearsall, I'm a little iffy on that one. I don't know. Go ahead.
I just rather have Pearsall in a deep playoff run than get him injured again. You know what I'm saying?
No, I completely understand you on that. And I mean, if it's really bothering and nagging him like that, then don't force him out there if you don't need to.
Right.
I completely agree with that. So right now we'll focus. We pretty much are the same as them to an extent. We've got a tight end and we got a receiver that are doing their thing. So Jawan Jennings, 49 catches, 566 yards. That man has 8 touchdowns. George Kittle, 52 catches, 599 yards. He's got 7 touchdowns. So we're definitely doing some work. Jake Tonjes, even though he doesn't get a lot of touches, he's still got 4 TDs.
Should have 5
because that was definitely.
Uh-oh, I lost you.
But when it comes, it's okay, man. It's just StreamYard.
Yeah.
But when at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, and you're taking a look at just the sheer numbers, you know what I'm saying, from Colston Loveland, he's still not as good as George Kittle. Nobody will be as good as George Kittle because he's the best tight end in the damn game. And then Jawan Jennings, currently he does have a little bit less yards than DJ Moore, but he does have 1 more touchdown, and he is doing fairly well, man. I mean, they're pretty much, you know what? I'm going to give the receivers a tie. That's what I'm going to do. Because when you take a look at it, you have this, oh, yeah, check the shirt out, bro. My brother-in-law got me this shit hard.
That's sick.
So the key to this is the receivers right now, we're both in the same type of boat. They don't have a doomsday. We technically – you know what I mean? So, Jesus Christ. This thing just keeps tripping. I don't know. I ain't gonna worry about it. But we don't have Pearsall. We don't have Brandon Ayuk. They don't have a Dunze. So I'm gonna call this a tie when it comes to receivers and tight ends. Because we're both kind of in the same boat. They've got Loveland that's helping them out. They've got they got DJ Moore doing his thing, and we definitely got to make sure we stay on top of him because he can be very, very shifty as far as DJ Moore goes. So we'll see what happens with that. But I would say O-line, I'm giving them the nod automatically. I ain't even wasting my time with that. I love our O-line. They have been playing great, but the Bears O-line is definitely way better than anything we've been putting on the field. So
I get you on that one for sure. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask you, what do you think this team has to do to be able to stop a pretty hot Bears team?
Yeah. They had their fight. They had like a 5 or 6 game winning streak. Then they lost one. Then they wound up. Now they're back on a 2 game winning streak while we're sitting on a 5. And this is definitely a tough game for both of us. Definitely for our defenses as well. For us, like I said, we got 18 sacks on the year, and the Bears have 31. Ooh, okay, so the Bears getting after it. They ain't playing no games. So sure. right now, we got to definitely be worried about. We need to know from the sheer sack numbers. We need to know where Montez Sweat and Austin Booker are at all times. Those are their leading sack guys, along with Gervon Dexter as well.
Now I'm sure Sweat probably played as well. So Trim probably has
9 in it.
Yeah.
So we got our work cut out for us. We definitely got our work cut out for us on this one. So we got to definitely be mindful of that. And then they have 21 interceptions on the year, and I believe we only have 6. So this Bears defense is definitely very stout. When it comes down to it, Kevin Byard, Tremaine Edmonds. Let's see. Why is this refreshing like this? This thing is just tripping out right now. Internet is being a ho. What the hell? Whoa, chill out. All right.
Internet is being a hoe.
Yeah, just acting a fool right now. Damn it. I did not want any of this. There we go. Okay.
He's on that Walmart Wi-Fi.
Right? This Edmonds, those are the dudes that we got to be mindful of. That's 2 linebackers. That's a linebacker, a safety, and a DB. So that means at all 3 levels, they're doing what they need to do. And we got to be mindful of that. Brock Purdy is going to have to be very careful with the ball. We can't have him going out there playing hero ball against this defense because they will pick the shit off. And the Bears defense is very stout, very strong. They're good up front, as you can see. So we definitely got to be mindful of all those dudes.
Personally, I think Brock has gotten better of not playing hero ball lately, and has been throwing the ball away when needed.
Shout out to Mac Jones because that's what he's been working with Mac about. Mac is quick to getting the ball out. Boom, boom, boom. Go.
Mm-hmm.
And Purdy has to start understanding that because a lot of the times he try to look down the field and you got to check down right there in front of you. It's going to get you the first down.
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely got to be mindful of that stuff. I think that when it comes to the defense, we definitely got to give it to the Bears. They are the better defensive team. It's not much we can really do on that one. They're getting home. They're getting interceptions. They're doing everything that they need to do there. So it's definitely a beautiful thing for them. But overall, when you take a look at it, I'm going to give the Niners a win, but this is not going to be a blowout. This is going to be a close game.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Okay. Now, look, when we win, usually, we call it 30 for Purdy. You know what I mean? And in our win streak, literally, we have scored over 40 points twice, and we've been at least over 20 points in every game. We scored 40. We scored 40 points twice in our last 5 wins. Then we scored over 30 versus the Titans, and then versus the Panthers and Browns is when we only went over the 21.
Since Purdy's been back and been on this win streak, we've averaged 34.4 points a game.
Amazing. And that's due literally to the 240 points and the 30-point game, because the other ones were definitely 20 and 26, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely some good things for us. I say we win. I don't think it's a blowout. I would say if it's close, it's probably be like 30 to 27. That's what I would say. Just because the Bears defense is just very stout, and we got to make sure our line is up to the task of dealing with those guys I just named, dealing with the Montez Sweats, the Tremaine Edmonds, the Jaquan Briskers, the TJ Edwards, you know what I'm saying, the Ron Dexter seniors, even hell, Grady Jarrett's on the fucking team. You know what I'm saying? Like they've got some serious dudes on that defense, man. We got to be careful of.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 34-31 Niners.
Okay. And I'm gonna say this, because Cricket Commish said it earlier. I'll tell you this. I think the Bear Killer is out there today. I think we put George Kittle out there and let him go crazy. Let him go out there. You know, George Kittle. George Kittle look, I'm going to say this as politely as I can. George Kittle is probably about the humblest redneck you're ever going to meet. I know he do redneck shit. I know he does. You can just see it. And I ain't mad at it, bro. I got friends who do redneck shit. It's cool as fuck, bro. Hunting,
his
all
main
that
home?
shit like that. Yeah, bro.
His
like,
main home's in Nashville, too.
He lives in Nashville, Tennessee, people. Come on. You know, think that dude hunts and does all kinds of shit. For me, offensive player of the game, I'm going to go ahead and call out George Kittle. Who would you say?
My offense player of the game is going to be Brock Purdy.
Okay.
I think he has like at least a 4 or 5 touchdown game again.
Okay. Okay. B-Dub's called it out. All right.
I'm doing it, man.
Hey,
these motherfuckers are gonna believe in Brock Purdy. I'm telling you, man.
Oh, there you go. He called it. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you this. This is just tea, but let me say this. There you go. That and the tip of the cap. Special teams, thank you for being good again. We appreciate y'all. We took the president's slogan and turned it into a slogan for us. Make special teams great again. And that's what Brett Boyer has done.
We fucking
flipped. We flipped it all.
He said, make special teams great again.
Oh, he did do that, man. Defensively, I'm gonna call out one of our young bulls, Upton Stout. I want to see you go hard in this game, buddy. I want you to go in this game. I want you to take it over, Upton. I want you to make sure that DJ Moore does nothing. I want his life to be a living hell. I know most of the time it's probably going to be either Demo or Darrell Luter Jr., but if you anywhere near it, Upton, make that boy pay. I'm calling up the Stout out. I want you to go out there and ball out, young man. Go have a game. Have a day, bro. What you got? Who's your defensive guy you want to get out there and make it happen?
Feeding off from last week, we're going to another young rookie that's on the D-line. His name goes by C.J. West.
That's my dog. That's the dude. Hey, man, C.J. West has the brightest smile on the team outside of Kendrick Bourne. Hands down. When that dude, and I've said this since his introductory when he smiles, bro, it brings joy. I don't know what it is, bro. And you can say whatever you want about that. I don't need to pause that or none of that. That don't mean nothing to me.
Pause.
I'm going to say this, man. When CJ West smiles, bro, it brings joy to my heart. Like some people you get around, their smiles are just, it's something about them. It's infectious. My wife, beautiful smile. Beautiful smile. Great teeth. Every time she go to a dentist, she come home with a clean bill of health. I go to the dentist, they're like, Dion, you got another cavity. Well, what the fuck else is new? Just because I like sweets. I like sugar. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck else is new?
Not in that way. Not in that way, okay? Heterosexual, 100,000% here. Just gonna throw that out there. So you motherfuckers don't get twisted. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you motherfuckers be out here with your paws and all that bullshit.
I can't with you, bro.
See, it's ladies, natural born, full blown ladies, uterus and all. We don't do nothing else over here. None of that. Nah, I would say that on this channel. I don't care who watches and who don't. Y'all know me. I keep it a thou wow around this bitch. But when it comes to the
My boy
Bears,
said, straight line.
straight, straight. That's it. That way. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You see that? Boom, boom, boom. See that cross? We love Jesus here. But what I will say is for the Bears, I'm gonna tell you right now, the person we gotta watch out for, and I will say this, and I always jokingly call him this, but it's just because when I look at him, this is who I see. We gotta watch out for old buff ass Steve Urkel. You know who I'm talking about? Tremaine Edmonds. I call him the buff Steve Urkel, bro. If you look, please, people, just literally do your research. Put a picture of Jaleel White and a picture of Tremaine Edmonds and tell me these dudes can't be brothers.
It's true.
I'm just saying. And the reason I say to watch out for Tremaine Edmonds is because Edmonds is that damn good. He was great when he was with the Bears. I mean, when he was with the Bills, I don't know why they let him walk. And he's been great while he's been with the Bears. So for me, player to watch for the Bears, Tremaine Edmonds. I do see him being a nightmare for us to deal with. What say you? Who you got on the Bears defense we got to be worried about?
Well, if you say Edmonds, I'm gonna say Sweat.
Yeah.
Sweat's been getting after the quarterback a lot lately.
Yeah. Sweat, you know what Sweat did? Sweat channeled his inner Keith Sweat.
Mm-hmm.
When he run into the quarterback, he's singing just like Keith Sweat can. Keith Sweat makes some great music, but the boy can't sing. I'm sorry. That's a nasally fucking voice. And I know a lot of people like it, but I've always been like, no, he is a fantastic producer, great writer, all of that. But I've never thought he could really sing. But he run into the quarterback going, who can sack you like me? Nobody. Who can make you TFL? Nobody. Like, that's what he's doing. Montez Sweat is out there doing his thing, bro. He is making it happen.
Run it back one more time.
That's what's not happening. He doesn't try to catch you slip, but that was so for me, offensively, the guy to watch, it's going to be those two backs. It's Monangai and Swift. Those are the two dudes to watch. And the number one reason is both of them have speed. And they ain't got that regular, all right, I can get you a good 20-yard burst speed. They got home run speed. If they get behind you or past you, don't blow your hamstring trying to catch them. That's all I'm saying. But who you got on offense that you need to watch for the Bears?
I'm going to say, because we talked about running backs earlier, I'm going to go different here. I'm going to go DJ Moore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, and he is definitely a nightmare for defenses to deal with, man. Kid's got talent. He's got a lot of talent, so you got to be very, very mindful of him. You got to know where he is at all times. You got to see how these things work. But definitely good work. Great show. Thank y'all for tuning in and hanging out with us. Crooked Commission, we'll get back at you, buddy. We'll see about doing a post-game show. And we'll probably run it through B-Dubs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And get that rolling. But thank everybody so much for tuning in, hanging out with us. And we'll definitely be back for a post-game show next week. But other than that, stay up, stay faithful, stay blessed, and go Niners.
Peace.